people of Jappineh in the Lower River region will always find reasons to appreciate and applaud Lady Kira Dalton of the United Kingdom, who founded the African Oyster Trust. With financial aid from the Bixley family, Mel and Dee, they are able to donate a new ambulance to Jappineh Health Center.
Mel sadly passed away last Christmas Day. So we were very, very sorry to hear of his demise. But then his widow phoned to tell us that in his will, he had left us the huge sum of 10,000 UK pounds in order to buy a new ambulance for this village.
This is the second ambulance Kira and the late husband are able to mobilize for Jara Jappineh Health Center. Again, thanks to the same Bixley family, Mel and Dee, who purchased the first one. The new ambulance named Mel 2 is in recognition of the Bixley family's contribution to speedy and quality health service delivery to the people of Jappineh and beyond.
Mel and Dee Bixley saw our appeal online, and they decided that they would give us all of the money we needed in order to run an ambulance. We wanted to make sure before we brought an ambulance that it would be able to run. And thanks to the very generous contribution of the Bixley family, we had an ambulance that has been running now for 12 years.
On this day in Jara Jappineh, when the natives of the village received the ambulance, their faces beamed with joy. Elders including Ba Fandi Manjang, village head Alaji Bori Damfa, and Keba Dafe from the Regional Health Directorate praised Kira for the intervention. Health is expensive and needs the support of the private sector, was Mr. Dafe's goodwill message on the occasion.
I want to give thanks to riders, because without riders' contribution to keep an ambulance going for 12 years, how many of you have seen a vehicle that's been running beautifully for 12 years? Very little. And I know when we first said about riders, people were saying, oh, it's very costly. It's not very costly when an ambulance is running without any problems for 12 years solid. So thank you very, very much.
The chief of the area, Lamin Damfa, couldn't hold back his gratitude to Kira and the Bixley family.
Without having an ambulance for this health center, it will be very difficult for people to get a better health care. So having it here today, we are very much delighted, and we are delighted that Kiro Manjang has done it once again. For he has been doing it all along, but this is another mile step towards development.
And Sumana Manjang is the chief executive officer at the Jappineh Health Center. He spoke of the relevance of the ambulance for the people of Jappineh and the surrounding.
Major services include child and reproductive health services. For example, an antenatal woman and complicated cases like eclampsia, like during the labor or during pregnancy, the woman will be fitting, when the blood pressure is high, for instance. And there are cases when we have children with complicated malaria. This child will be fitting. So we don't have that level of understanding or equipment to manage such conditions. So the only easy way to manage that individual patient is to refer to the major health facilities. So this is why I said we have such conditions, and having an ambulance for such things is very vital.
With Lady Kira Dalton, the fencing and equipping of the Jappineh Health Center was also possible alongside the payment of staff salaries. This, as the African Oyster Trust continues to aid the realization of health-related goals in the Gambia. Louis Mendy, GRTS.